Hi, everybody. This is RV Lady, and I am 4 minutes early to the new, that's not really new, it's the RV Women Hangout. And for those of you who don't know, we stopped doing this like a year ago, maybe more. I don't know. You know, when you're a full-time RVer, it's really kind of hard to track time. And so I want to say the last one we had was somewhere October of, it's got to be 2016. So, no, I don't know. Okay, it's been a while. So anyway, what our problem was, and for those of you who watch my channel, you know we've been playing with this and trying to figure it out, and I really have to give Deb the RN credit for unlocking the mystery of getting people on the panel. Now, I am not sure. Okay, so I'm going to close that. There we go. I don't understand why I'm not seeing my avatar. I mean, my face. Okay, so I'm going to figure that out here for 2 seconds. And this is actually how it used to go. It was like, oh, we'd start these things and then things would go, oh, so, wrong. So let me find the link. There it is. I'm going to copy that. And I think that we can go here. Where I'm going to, well, where am I going to put this? Oh. Okay, give me a second. And I'm early for a reason. Okay, that wasn't really helpful. Let's go here. Let's open that. Do that. And let's go. Okay, yes, I am there. Let me mute this real fast here. Okay, so I wanted to be able to see myself, and in order to do that, I have to open up a separate window in YouTube. And so if you guys want to, is anybody there? I don't know. If you want to communicate with me, you can do that via the comments. Now, some people, I guess it's been a couple of weeks now, they provided me, because I thought I needed, which I didn't, I needed them to create an account in Gmail, and then I was sending out invites via Gmail, and that didn't work either. So anyway, I got it working now. Those people who provided me with their, I guess I really want to go this way, provided me with their Gmail addresses, I did sent them in the invitation, is what I want to say. Okay, so they were sent me the, it's not raining yet. Yeah, that would be the operative thing there, is yes. So anyway, let's see, what's this say? Address not found. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that is weird. Anyway, I'm looking right now at the information. I sent out invites just a few minutes ago for people to join the RV Women Hangout. And in doing so, I lost, oh shoot, how did I do that? Okay, let me do this. Oh, I don't want to do that. Do this in the window. So it is. Okay, I just had, do this, go. Okay, now I can see you guys like talking to me. So anyway, that's basically what's going on here. Is now it's 7:01, and I don't know if anybody's going to join me on the video or not. Now, Nana's Joy Some of you may be familiar with her. She was really helpful to me when I was doing this before, so that people could ask questions or whatever. And when I'm like looking at you through the camera here, I'm not necessarily reading what's going on, over here. So paint all over me is the only one that I see. And I don't know who else is here. Now, there are a couple of things about the RV Women Hangout that's actually good to know. And, oh, 9, for you 9 viewers. And that is, though we adore men, they cannot be on the panel. And we love having their comments and helpful advice in the comment section, but we learned before that having men on the panel exposes us to things we're not interested in seeing and not really what we want to do. Okay. And when I say that, I mean body parts. Okay. Men would get on the RV Women Hangout and, basically say really awful things and show us their body parts, the lower body parts, the body parts we're not interested in seeing. Well, I guess not strangers' body parts, but that pretty much ended men being on the RV Women Hangout. Now, I do not call this RV Ladies Hangout because that's not really what it is. Originally, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a channel or have a, time when women can talk about issues and other women can answer their questions without man speak. Because men know stuff, they know the names of stuff, and women don't necessarily know that. I don't know. You can ask me, I mean, I know what a pair of pliers is, and I don't know why they call them pairs. When you reach for pliers, why don't they just say, hey, hand me pliers? But when you go into a store and you want to know where they are, I guess you can just say pliers. See, this is again, this is why women just think differently. We don't know the names of everything, but we are kind of visual in that, you can tell us, that thing that's sitting on top of, that black thing that's sitting on top of the silver thing, all you need to do is turn that to the left. And women get that. It's kind of like when you give a woman directions, all you have to really say is, get on this road, turn left at McDonald's, make another right at Walmart, or just when you pass Walmart, you're going to take another right. You don't need to know street names. Men need to know street names. Women don't need that. We need things we can see. Not, in all streets, especially in North Carolina, what's up with that? Not always having names on them. Not really sure what that's about. So that's basically what this channel is about. There are a lot of women who still don't want to look stupid in front of a man. Yeah, I don't get that. I'll look stupid in front of anybody. But, or they ask a man a question and they have no idea what that man is talking about. Okay? But women can talk to women. I don't, men can talk to women too. But still, there are some things. I am just looking for my first RV. I have subscribed to your channel for a while now. Well, thanks, Bonnie. I truly appreciate you. Do I really need to know everything about the electronics? No. Wasn't that an easy answer? See, a man would go into a diatribe about 12 volts and DC power and blah, blah, blah. Do you really need to know anything about electronics? No. Is it helpful? Yes. Do you need to go into the depths of electronics in order to have an RV and roll down the road and stuff like that? No, you don't. You just really don't. I don't really know a great deal about electronics. I've been on the road for, well, okay, I sat in my RV for a year because I broke my arm and shoulder, so, but I lived in it, in my driveway. But I would say that honestly, I'm a full-time RVer for 3 years now, 2 years on the road. And then now I am, long story, I have another channel that I'm going to make a video explaining that all. But right now I'm sitting on a farm that I've rented in North Carolina in my RV. It does have a house on the property, but yeah, I'd rather not, thanks. But back to the electronics question. There are so many things to know. Oh, somebody is here. Oh God, who is it? Oh, it's Nana's Joy. Hello, Nana's Joy.
Yay, I didn't forget.
Yeah. Well, I sent you the prompt.
Yeah. We're celebrating our 49th wedding anniversary, so I'm a tad late.
Oh my God, why are you here at all?
Because I'm sick and we can't go out and really celebrate, so we just grilled a steak and ate at home, and we're going to celebrate later.
Oh my gosh, you really don't have to do that.
Well, we have to, because I don't feel good enough to go out.
I know. Do you feel good enough to do this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm on the mend. I'm feeling a little better tonight. A lot better than this morning, so.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, Nana's Joy is feeling a bit under the weather. And I spoke with her yesterday when we were doing kind of a test run privately on this. And when I called her, she answered the phone. I thought it was her husband. Her voice was so low. But anyway, what you can see in the comments, hi George. You can see in the comments that Bonnie has asked about, the electronics. I mean, what do you really need to know? She asked the question, do I really need to know anything about electronics? And my answer was no. You really don't. Now, Bonnie, here's the caveat. If anything electrical goes wrong, other than changing a light bulb, you're probably going to have to seek professional help. That's it. That's the only problem. I got your email, but there wasn't a link.
The first email didn't have a link. It took you to the Hangout. The second one I got had the link.
I know I put the link on. Okay. What to do, what to do, what to do. Here,
how do I see the chat?
You have to open up another page, remember?
From?
You have to open up another YouTube page, put them side by side. Don't forget to mute the second page that you're opening, or we're going to get that reverb, many voices, schizophrenic moment. Okay, so we don't want that. What I'm doing right now for the 14 viewers that are here is I'm going to, oh no, that's not it. Okay. Okay, let's go back there. Oh yeah, happy anniversary, Nana's Joy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I totally forgot to say that. Thank you guys in the comment section. Hi everyone. Okay. Fuses and things you flip when you plug in the electric cords and the ground fault switches are important. Actually, they're mildly important. And here's why. Sure, if you don't know how to change a fuse, yeah, that's going to be an expensive lesson. A fuse is like changing a, that one seems to show up. I had to close YouTube completely. What you want to do is take the link that I gave you and put it in your address bar. Do not put it in the YouTube address bar. You just want to go to your internet provider, like, Google or whatever all they're called, and put that in there, and it should bring you. Now, Joy, didn't turn on. Did you mute, Nana Joy?
Yep.
Okay.
But I can't see. I can't be on both. I've opened up a YouTube page. That's what you were telling me, right?
Here, I'll just send you I'll just put the link out there. For those of you who do not know, what I'm going to do right now for Nana's Joy is I'm going to put the link to what you are all watching so that she can put that link in her address bar, and it's going to take her to the page where she has to mute the volume. Does that make sense, Nana's Joy?
Yeah. I went to the YouTube page and I muted that, and now I see the live chat. Now
Okay.
I can't get them where I see both at one time.
Well, that's because you don't know how to do that, and you have to minimize both windows. And the way that you do that is by taking your cursor over to the edge of a page and putting it there over a page. You kind of have to put them on top of each other, and don't even mess with it. Just
when I shrink it, it shrinks both of them.
Okay, yeah, don't mess with it, because I'm not going to take time right now to explain it to you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Cool. Okay, now, because I'm looking at both at the same time, on my desktop. So, okay, what about 110 versus 120, and how easy can I screw that up? You can't screw it up. Real easy. 110 is the plugs that look like all the plugs at your house. It's got the two little prongies with the one, bigger prongy, and all you have to do is know that is 110. I mean, sorry, 120. That is 110. Okay, gosh, now I'm getting all confused. That's very bad. There is, in your RV or in an RV, there are plugs that look like the plugs that are at your house that you can just plug anything, a hair dryer or whatever, into. The other are the cigarette lighters. They are called DC ports. And they, it's like you plug a cigarette lighter into one. And then you actually end up buying equipment, fans or, chargers or stuff like that, that you plug into those. And then you can utilize power by the DC port. And I guess I should make a video about that. It's really not that complicated. And I'm probably making it more complicated than it actually is, because it really isn't. 110 and 220 is not the same thing. One is 12 amp and the other one is 20 amp. Okay, and then this is where we jump into the deep end of the pool. So you don't want to do that. You just want to enjoy RVing. Now, when your generator is running, your outlets will work. Okay. And when I say this, I'm going to just pull this out really fast. I'm going to turn that back on just a second. See, this is like what you have at your house. This is 110. So you plug in just regular appliances here, okay? Lights, lamps, your cell phone for charging when your generator is running or when you are on shore power. And that's when your RV that is either 30 amp, and I think that's 220, or 50 amp is plugged in. Let me plug this back in. Is plugged in to like an RV park. You know, you pull out your power cord out of your bin of your RV and you plug it in. Nothing to it. Easy peasy. And then you have power for those things that I just showed you. Now, the plugs that are used for DC or direct current, this makes you want to blow your brains out, honestly. Those are like the cigarette lighter thing, and there are a few of them sprinkled throughout your RV. Some have more than others. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of them in my RV. Now, 3 of them are located up at the dash. But I'm not linked out. That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Yeah, advertising that you carry, and I'm assuming we're talking weapons. Yeah, that's not something you advertise. That's something that you threaten. That's when they find out you have firearms. Is when they're standing at your door knocking and it's the middle of the night. Yeah, you pretty much get out your gun, you point it in their direction without opening the door, and you say, I have a gun pointed at you. Please tell me what you want, or just run away. As a woman who travels alone, and I'm a single woman who travels alone, having a great time, and I have never had any trouble. Never. I've never had a problem. Have you ever had any problem, Nana Joy?
No, I have had, I'm with my husband now. The
Right.
first time I had any trouble, we were at a gas station,
Yeah.
and a man came up and started asking my husband for money. And
Okay.
he had a sick cow and had to take it died, and he had to take it to some place, and to the university or something, and wanted money. And of course, my husband turns around and says, "She carries the money. You better ask her." And I said,
Shit. I mean, oh my goodness.
"Yeah." And I told him, "No, we don't have money for that. So hit the road." And then this last trip down to um, when we were heading towards you.
Yeah.
We got a couple, we were parked at the Walmart, and a couple walked over. I'm driving the motorhome and my husband's driving the truck. He goes to the truck and gives him a long spiel about how he's getting kicked out of the motel. His car's bad and he has to pay this bill and all begging for money. He and his wife or girlfriend or whoever the hell she was. And oh yeah, he said he was trying to get to the churches to get money. He had a spiel.
Yeah.
So I was watching and I knew something was going on. So I opened my window and I asked him what the hell was going on. And so then he came over to me and started giving me a sing song dance. And George hollered over, "Scam artist," or panhandler. He said, "Panhandler." And I couldn't understand him. I said, "What?" And the guy said, "Is that your husband?" And I said, "Yes, sir, that is." And he says, "Well, I'm really trying. I need money. I need money." And I said, "Well, do you see this motorhome? I don't travel with anything but a credit card, and that's not going to do you any good."
Oh my God.
So he hit the road.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I've ever had.
Yeah, and I see that the question was actually not with people, but with Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me find it here.
Oh, I mean with rules, not people?
Okay. And for those of you who have watched my channel for a long time, you know I'm kind of a
Like what kind
breaker.
of, what kind of rules?
Yeah, I respect people's property and things, but um, I just think some rules are really stupid.
Are you
And
talking about parking like in a rest area when it says not parking, or in a Walmart that says no? Is that the rule she's talking about?
I don't know. She's going to have to explain further. But let me interject this real quickly. I am putting a link on the comment section for those women who would like to be on the panel. And when you're on the panel, we can hear your voice. I mean, state laws. Have I ever broken any state laws? Are you kidding me? Anyway, anybody who wants to be on the panel can absolutely come onto the panel, ask the question, and then, you can go back. It just saves you from typing. But anyway, here's the link. But what you want to do is put it in your search engine's address bar and click, and then go through. It's going to ask you, like, if you're ready or something. It's going to ask you a question. Just click. Yeah, you're ready.
Come up with what kind of come up with two little marks. You click on that and then go.
Yeah. Okay. So in the address bar of your search engine, here I am doing it now, and there it is. Okay. Now, if there are any men who decide, oh yeah, I'm just going to slip in there. Yeah, no, you're not, because I'm going to see you and you're not coming on. So we do not want to see your body parts. Thank you so much. Now, as far as state laws, I don't travel around from state to state and with their state law book with me. I basically think that laws are logic. And so I do things that are logical. Am I breaking some laws sometimes? Probably. Keep your dog on a leash. Yeah, I really kind of suck at that. Honestly, I do. Um, but if corrected, of course, I change my behavior. I'm okay with that. Um, I don't know what other laws. I mean, I'm basically a law-abiding person. I'm boring and law-abiding. Okay, now here's an example of things that I think are stupid. Okay, you drive through a parking lot, like Walmart. You're driving around Walmart or in a big shopping center, and they have stop signs. I have always pretty much considered those to be optional. I always have. It's an option as far as I'm concerned. You can't get a ticket unless, the shopping center has its own police, and then their police can pull you over and detain you while the real police show up. But yeah, generally I look at that as, a suggestion. Okay, so I see deep cell battery questions.
Yep.
And comments. Deep cell batteries, there's really not that big a mystery. They are not like your car battery. And here's the difference. Your car battery is designed to deliver you a big charge up front. Big charge. Start your engine. Big explosive charge. That's not what deep cell batteries do. What deep cell batteries do is they kind of wean out power. You can use them in RVs, for example, when you daisy chain all of your batteries together, and your engine battery is dead. Most RVs give you the option to be able to use your deep cycle or house batteries to start your engine. Is it
They're golf cart batteries, aren't they?
Sorry?
They're golf cart batteries, aren't they?
Well, they are used for golf carts. And that's because golf carts don't take that explosive power that is needed. You know, like on the Tesla cars, those are, it's my phone. Hey, I'm in the middle of doing the RV Women Hangout. Can I call you back? Okay, I'll call you back. Thanks. Bye. Okay, so that was my daughter. She was giving me an update about my grandson. I'll be calling. We talk, you know, several times a day. So he's done something miraculous, I'm sure, and can't wait to hear what it is. He may have crawled. Ah! Okay, so that's not RVing though. Okay, back to deep cell batteries. Those batteries are going to cost you, deep cell batteries cost you more money than a car battery. Car battery you can get anywhere from, I don't know, $80 to $150, depending on what you want or what your car engine requirements are. The deep cell ones, they're going to run you, the cheapest one I've ever seen is $100. Generally, they're around $2. And those would not be considered the best house batteries you could ever buy. I think the best house batteries you can ever buy are, or deep cycle battery is, I don't know. Nana's Joy, what do you think? I'm saying $250 to $300.
You know, I haven't ever bought any, you know, they came in my thing and we didn't have to buy them, but we've got 4 of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. They're not cheap. That's all I can tell.
No, they're not cheap, but they last a really, really long time. The other thing that's really nice about deep cell or, you know, deep cycle batteries is you can run them to nearly dead and they'll just charge right up again, no problem. Car batteries, no. You run those suckers to their dead, you cross your fingers and see if they'll take a charge. And then you see if they're going to hold a charge. But generally, no. They're not
You shouldn't run a battery down lower than 50%.
And I think most deep, I've done that. I've run them down to, you know, I had no decent power. And they charged right back up, no problemo.
But it shortens their life.
I think that's what separates the cheaper batteries, the cheaper deep cycle batteries from the more expensive ones. And I've heard 20%. And something about, I have to let Zip go outside right now because he's doing his dance. So, Nana's Joy, you're on.
Come on, huh? Yeah. Okay. I just reading here. One of them's looking for solar that she can put together herself, which I have never done.
And Zip wants me to go outside with him too. I'm not going to do that. Okay, what were you talking about? Because I wasn't really listening.
Well, Lori wants to know about the solar setup and how she could do it herself. I haven't ever done one, but there's a lot of very, very good videos on YouTube.
Yeah, there really are. You know, again, with the man speak, you have to be careful. I've got no salsa thing going here. You have to kind of be careful that they're not talking over your head. And I want to say that talking about fuse boxes and isolation switches, my brain goes numb. Ditto. Mine too. I want to say, here's a plug for, oh God, I always screw up her name. Escapee 2012
Yep.
something. Okay, Escapee 24. I never get that right. If you, in YouTube, search her channel, just put in Escapee 2012. I think there's something else after that, but I never can remember what it is. But I watch her videos all the time. She actually went to Harbor Freight, bought one of those crappy, solar panels, mounted it or had it mounted. I think she mounted it on top of her RV. And then she bought one or two, possibly three, like 100-watt solar panels. Now, when you get into talking about solar panels and watts and all this stuff, then yeah, you really need to know something about electricity, how it flows, even though this is still DC power that we're talking about, but you're connecting solar panels by cable that generally runs down through your refrigeration vent, and then you have to snake it over to your house batteries and then connect it to your house batteries. Now, is there stuff in between there? Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And it's whatever it is that you were talking about.
MP something or other controller and a converter or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a way to track it or something like that. Now, they also make, for you people who would like to take the plunge into solar, they also make like, okay, for lack of a better word, like briefcase ones. I mean, they're big and yes, 2012 Escapee 1. Okay, I told you there was something after Escapee. But you can buy them. Coleman makes, I want to say it's maybe 100 watts. And what you do is with little clippies, you clip them onto your house batteries, and then you just put them in the sun, wherever the sun is. Those are kind of nice, and here's why. It enables you to park in the shade, but extend the line out and have your solar panels sitting in the sun. Okay. And Sunshine Max, I see you said Nomadic Fanatic has video solar for dummies. Okay. And that would be because he would need that.
Pippi Peterson.
Pippi Peterson, yeah, another one. And Pippi gets a little more details in what she does. Escapee 2012 Escapee 1. She's just kind of seat of your pants, just, like normal people would do it. Pippi Peterson actually puts out very informative and accurate videos, I have found. I haven't watched her in a really, really long time, so I have no idea what she's up to. I don't think I've seen Eric's. I saw Pippi's, and she lost me at some point, yeah. And you will get lost at some point. And it's because it's like you have to run it through the thing that, whatever that thing is called, that tells your batteries that it's full, and I have no idea. I do not have solar panels. What I have is something that I can park in the shade or whatever. What is it that I'm hearing? Oh, it's me. It's Reeve. Are you sure you're muted on the other hand?
Who, me?
Wait a minute. Let me go back over here. Yeah, because I'm hearing myself come back. Maybe nobody else is hearing this but me. But I'm hearing myself come back. And I'm frozen over here.
It's gone.
Okay, great. To get solar panels professionally installed, is muy expensive. I don't know why. I really don't. It's not that complicated. You're running wires. Um, what you might want to do to save power, and this is what I thought I would do if I ever decided to put solar panels on my roof, which I just really have this problem with poking a hole in my roof. But, you know, it's personal problem. But what you might want to do is get the panels, do the um, work, mount the panels on the brackets, whichever brackets you decide that you like, run the thing down your refrigerator vent. It's just push, 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 push until it comes out underneath where your, well, it just comes out underneath there. I don't know if you have sinks there or whatever, but I have a sink. Um, let's see. And then take it to somebody who can actually hook up all the gizmos. That's probably what I'm going to do. And the reason for that is because I love my roof, because it keeps the rain and stuff off me. And I really don't want somebody who doesn't care drilling into my roof. If you have them professionally installed, you know, I always like to find the best deal. And those people, honestly, they probably don't care. And I care. So I would probably do that myself. And then have somebody professionally hook up the electrical stuff. Because, like Bonnie said, do you really need to know anything about electricity? And yeah, I don't. I do not mess with electricity. I will pay people to do that. I don't do it myself. And the reason I don't do it is because every time I have done it, it doesn't work out. It's kind of like plumbing. I don't do plumbing either. Give myself so I can do it. I talk physics. Oh, that's funny. I should be able to do this. Yeah, you would think. But, you know, it's like many things in life. It's made by men. And men don't share the same logic as women. And sometimes they leave, you know, science in the dust. Just walking to Home Depot. Do we really need that many screws and bolts? Yeah, I'm thinking no. Yeah, I'm thinking no. Not going like that. I do too. There are just some things. I'm reading Bonnie Chambers' comments, and she says, I'm a retired accountant and can't believe I got raised up, but I do too. It's just a fog enters my brain, and it's just off. I can't do it.
Really, you don't need.
What did you say?
You really don't need solar unless you're going to really do a lot of boondocking.
That's really true too. And I have not. There's never really been a time, even when I have been boondocking, that I said, gee, I wish I had more power. Well, I have a generator. Okay.
Right.
Now, I can flip on my generator and I'm good to go. Now, the problem with running your generator a lot is that it is using, in my case anyway, not all cases are the same, but in my case, it uses gasoline from the RV's gasoline tank. I don't have a separate tank for that. Some RVs do. They have a separate tank for their generators. But I don't have that. And it was always my understanding until last year that if your tank gets to a quarter of a tank, your generator won't work. And that's because it doesn't want to suck the engine dry and leave you stranded. Now, I found out last year on mine, which I have a Winnebago Brave SE. Okay, it's either a 98 or a 99. Okay, I really don't remember. But on this RV, it lets you suck the tank dry. I wasn't dry on the tank, but I was really close. And I have a Toad, which is a Suzuki Samurai, and I just took my gas cans and I went to town before attempting to strand myself in the RV on the side of the road. I just went and got, a few gallons of gas and dumped it in the RV and then drove the RV to town and gassed it. And that's last year when I was in Northern California.
Mine uses propane.
Oh, okay. See, and they're all different. And some generators will actually let you switch from propane to gasoline. So it just depends. And these are all the things that are helpful to know if you are thinking about having buying an RV or becoming a full-time RVer. These are good things to know, because what if you want to? The tanks, I want to say that I have a 55-gallon gas tank on the RV. Yeah, I want to say it's something like that. And so, now since I got to the point where I was almost out of gas, I watch that now. I'm very, very conscientious. Now, when you're back to the battery situation, when your house batteries are low, they should just stop giving you power. Been there, done that too. But that was because my converter died. And so, yeah, that was like a bad day. But, you can run your generator and charge your house batteries. If you have solar, you can charge your house batteries. Or you can go to an RV park, plug in, and charge your house batteries. Or you can drive your RV and it will charge your alternator on your engine will charge your house battery.
Right.
So
The main thing is when you're boondocking, you just got to have the etiquette. If you're staying in the Walmart, to not run your generator all night long.
Yeah.
You use it when you need it, and bundle up. We went down there in the cold, and we just covered up. We were fine. The guy next to us pulls in, unleashes all his slides, and turns the frickin' generator.
Yeah.
He's 5 feet from us, and we heard that all night long.
Yeah. I don't really comprehend. And actually, those are the people who are ruining the whole Walmart thing for everybody, by the way.
Right. Absolutely.
You're not supposed to do anything other than pull into a Walmart, shut off your engine, close up your draperies or whatever, and go to sleep. Or and go shopping. And then go to sleep. They do expect you to buy stuff at Walmart. If you're going to pull in there, okay, I didn't take the dog out before, but now I have to either yell at him, which I don't really do. You want to go outside, or you want to go lay down? He doesn't really comprehend the fact that I'm not talking to him. He thinks I'm talking to him, and and it's time to actually go do something. No, we are doing it. Let's see. The other thing about the RV Women Hangout, there are a couple crashes there. Yes, there was one RVer that has been talked about in the comment section, and he actually took a shower outside at a Walmart parking lot. I'm thinking he was naked.
He likes to share and share alike.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, you're on somebody else's property. It's just a good thing to be respectful. Okay, I have no idea what you guys are talking about, so I'll just stop looking over there. Now, we only have 15 minutes left in this, our first back to the RV Women Hangout. And so if anybody has any other questions that they would like to have the comment section, or Nana Joy or I try to answer. Yeah. This would be the time to do it. We used to do this for 90 minutes, and I changed that idea. And now we're just doing it for an hour. And for a lot of people, 90 minutes is too long.
Have you been notified how many people are going down to the Eclipse?
No, but speaking of the eclipse, yes, I'm going to absolutely. It's the 1st of June, and that was what was on my calendar as far as, getting everybody all organized, rallied up, whatever. Yeah, eclipse glasses, funny. But when you go to the movies and you watch a 3D film, and they sell you the glasses with your ticket, yeah, those work. In case you have any of those sitting around, those work. Welder's goggles work. There are probably things that work in your house as opposed to going out and buying. But anyway, over on my website, rvlady.net, I'm going to do an update over there, and I'm probably going to take care of that tonight. It's on my list to do tonight, and so I'm probably going to get that more organized, ready, whatever, and then and find out who's bringing what, and who wants to share, who doesn't want to share, who wants to come to dinner, who doesn't want to come to dinner, stuff like that. I'd like to have a potluck, at least one night. Maybe, yeah, cinema goggles. Yeah, those work. The maybe coffees in the morning or something like that, whatever it is. I'm happy to host like a morning coffee, or
Make your reservations, because when
Oh.
we were there, when we came up to see you,
Yeah.
Make your reservations, because the gal told me they had already started filling up.
And they're going to that entire area. And at that area, it actually exposes. I mean, the eclipse is going to last for, I want to say it's 2 minutes and 38 seconds, and which would be cool. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, there is a full solar eclipse in the United States, and it is on August 21st. And so when it hits the continent, the United States, it's coming in at Oregon. And there's actually a website that you can go to. Just type in Solar Eclipse 2017. There are a bazillion websites by now. And they're probably selling glasses that they bought from a movie theater. But anyway, the eclipse comes in and then comes across the country and ends up pretty much right at the South Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina
border,
North Carolina border. And so there's a place there called Lake Hartwell. And it's going to be hot because it's August 21st. So everybody needs to prepare for that. And it's going to be muggy.
30 amp service.
Sorry?
30 amp service.
30 amp service at Lake Hartwell. For those of you who are running on 50 amp service, you're going to have to get a converter thing and only run one air conditioner at a time. Let's see, what else? I'll be doing 9% for Dr. Solar. I want both solar and generator to cover all this. Lori, let me just say this really fast, is the thing that's there is I will be doing 90% boondocking. Okay, you have a lot of time to get these solar panels, and they're expensive. You know, you're going to spend a couple of grand doing this, and when I say a couple, I mean like three. Um, and it is something that can wait depending on what kind of you know, are you going to do a van? You're going to do a Class C? You're going to do a Class A? It depends on what you're getting. Okay, now we're jumping back over to the Eclipse. I don't know if we'll make the Eclipse John's finally home from the hospital. 2.5 months. I can't believe he was in the hospital for 2.5 months. Oh my God. You know, it's for those of you who can make it, great. The other thing that I was planning on doing is doing an RV Women Hangout or just a hangout, you know, not that anybody's going to have a fire, but, you know, sitting around talking about nothing, you know, there, and people can watch what we're doing. So that we can share it, you know, then I'll upload it or whatever. Maybe we'll do it live. Not sure, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's see. Another topic are RV ladies welcoming to new part-time RV ladies, or are they more welcoming to those who are permanently living in the RV? RVers, whether they're permanent, part-time, weekenders, are the nicest people on the planet. They have no problems with your life choice. They really don't. There are all kinds of people out there um, that are living full time or they are just weekenders. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. They are welcoming and helpful and marvelous, marvelous people for the most part. You know, there's probably 2% of them that are, you know, crapheads. But for the most part, it's actually less than that. It's like 0.5% are crapheads. But the rest of them are marvelous, marvelous people. And anytime I see an RVer in distress of any kind or they have a question, I just don't have any problem answering. I do not say, are you a full-time RVer? Because if you're not, I'm not going to talk to you. That's not how it works. They want to help you. And when I was, okay, I have no idea where I was. Yes, I do. I was in Southern California and came upon a couple, and he's standing on a ladder on a mountainous road that basically just does this, back and forth, back and forth. He's going uphill in probably a 40-foot diesel endeavor and has no water in his radiator because his radiator has been leaking for the weekend that's in there. And so he's on a ladder pouring water. His wife is getting water out of the RV and then bringing it over to him, handing it up, and they're dumping it in the radiator. Nobody stopped to help them but me. And I wasn't a lot of help. I stayed with them for until they were on the road, and the reason that I did that was just to keep their spirits up. And you know, I had just been to the grocery store, and so I had beverages and stuff like that. And I asked them if they wanted anything because they said they were going home, and I thought, I'll bet they've cleaned out their refrigerator. So I had cold iced tea, and I gave them iced tea and stuff like that. But not the point. The point was on this incredibly mountainous road that they were traveling from 4,300 feet. They were going from sea level, below sea level actually, to 4,300 feet up a winding road with no water in the radiator. So what I did for them is when they were ready to go, they put the ladder away and they thought they'd be okay. I watched traffic and signaled them. I walked up the road a bit and I could see cars coming around blind curves. And so I told them when to go. And they took off. And the way they were going to do it Because I said, well, how are you going to get back on the road without getting, smeared by the people that are oncoming traffic? Because they were parked on the wrong side of the road because there was no place to pull over on the other side of the road. And so this is what she told me. I was going to go up around the curve and then signal him that it was okay. And then he was going to drive up, and then I was going to run next to the RV and jump in the door. And I looked at her and said, okay, no. And it was so he didn't have to stop. Oh. So, and I said, oh, no, that's okay. Let me just walk up the road. It's not that big a deal. And so, got them on their way, and they were like, oh my God, thank you. She said, the ranger has passed us twice and didn't stop. And she said, cars have been flying by us, and it's a narrow 2-lane road. We have no place to pull over on the right-hand side and very little space to pull over on the left-hand side, which basically leads to they were probably at an 800-foot drop if they went off the road, straight down. Very bad. So, no, RVers are wonderful, wonderful, nice people. Typically, if you're boondocking and somebody is boondocking within a relatively close distance to you, it's kind of, because I've done a lot of boondocking, it's kind of expected that one or the other just comes over and says hi. You're doing that for a lot of reasons. You're going over there to see how receptive they are. You're going over there to make sure they're not, an escaped serial killer. And and you're not over there blabbing your entire life away. Oh, I'm all by myself. I'm in the RV. Nobody's with me. Yeah, you're not over there doing that. You're just scoping them out. And that's what they're doing when they come over to you. They're scoping you out. They want to make sure that they're safe where they are. And so they want to know. And I'm fine with that. I never have any problem with that. I've had a lot of people come up and knock on my door.
And if you ever question, you feel funny about being there, leave.
Yeah. Yeah, what's really great about RVing is if your neighbors make you nervous or they're too loud or they're having like arguments all the time or they have really annoying kids or a dog, yeah, your house is on wheels. Pull away. Get further away. I have done that. There was a couple and they were having sex all the time with their windows open. And I was like, enough, and drove away. Now, maybe they just wanted me to drive away, so they were just in there making noise. Not really sure. But, yeah, was I interested in having that as my
background music?
No. I mean, unless I'm making the noise, no. But they may have been on their honeymoon. Who knows? You don't know. And I didn't see them at all. All I heard, well, I just heard them. I didn't see them. But anyway, it's 8 o'clock. We've been doing this for an hour. So it is time to end I don't know, what is this? RV Women Hangout Reinvented or something? 2.0.
New season.
Yeah, 2.0. If anyone wants to be on the panel for next week, just let me know. Because I've been doing this for a really long time and from my background and stuff like this, I don't really have a problem being in front of a camera. I don't, and okay, let me rephrase that. If somebody says, I want to take your picture, then it's all about, goofy face and I have no idea what to do or how to stand or anything. But on video, I'm fine. I really like to see art when there's someone outside. And that's fine. Can you say what site you are going to be in? Yes, I can, but not now. But I want to thank everybody for coming. Again, if you want to be on next week, just practice. It's really not that hard. It's just like we're sitting across from each other at a table and talking. That's really all it is. And it's just like, instead of having to type, you can just come on here and say, what's the difference between these cell and a car battery? Because I'm not getting that. And why are they so expensive? And why can't I just put cheap car batteries in there? And stuff like that. Instead of you just type it. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to say adios to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Nana's Joy. And again, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
And I'm going to make a video about the eclipse for those of you who are interested. And that's it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for staying. Thanks for your comments. Smile and be brave. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, we're going to do this every week, by the way, on Thursdays at 7 o'clock or 7 o'clock Eastern. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.